A warm welcome to all the biryani lovers out there. Yes, today we are going to do vegetable biryani, and let's quickly check out the ingredients. I have about 5 liters of boiling water here, and I'm going to add my basmati rice to it, which has been soaked for 30 minutes. I have taken this brand of basmati rice. Soak it for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then be gentle while washing it or the rice grains will break. Cinnamon pieces, 5 cardamom, 1 tablespoon of shajira or caraway seeds, 7 to 8 peppercorns, 5-6 cloves. So I'm going to add this into the water that's boiling here. Add about 2 bay leaves and let it boil. 1.5 teaspoons of lemon juice. This helps in keeping the rice from getting mushy. Addition of lemon keeps the rice beautifully white. Add about 2 heaped cups of basmati rice into the boiling water. Let it boil for about just 4 minutes. We want the rice to get done 80%, not more than that, because then we are going to keep the biryani on dum, and that time it will get cooked. Please do not throw away all the water that you are going to drain of the rice, because this water will be added to the vegetables to get cooked. Almost about 1.5 cups. Almost 4 minutes. I'm just going to put off the flame and check out the cooked rice. When you press it, it should not be cooked, but it should break beautifully like this. Have a look again. See, when you press, it just breaks. That's how it should be. That is sufficient. Just strain the rice now. Once the rice is drained off, just cool it off on a big parat like this or a plate. See how beautifully they are separating. They are separated from each other, and don't go to mix it any further. Just leave it like that and let it cool off. Fried onions are all done and ready. Now it's very hot. It will cool down and become crisp upon standing. Now this is about 7 medium-sized onions. You will need them to layer the biryani. Sauteed cashew, a handful of them. Fried onions are about 7 onions, medium size. Here I have a paste made with equal quantities of coriander, pudina, that is almost 1 bunch each, and then 7 to 8 cloves of garlic, 1.5 inch of ginger, and I have made it into a fine paste with little water. 1/4 cup of curds. And the masalas I've used today are 1/4 teaspoon haldi, salt to taste, 1 teaspoon Kashmiri lal, 1/2 teaspoon garam masala, 1 tablespoon of biryani masala. I've used this brand today. And then 1/2 teaspoon of dhania powder or coriander seeds powder. 4 to 5 tablespoons of ghee. Yes, of course. What is biryani without ghee now? You will need that for that ultimate flavor. Then some freshly chopped coriander leaves for layering and for garnishing on top, and some pudina fine chopped. I have infused kesar in about 3 tablespoons of milk, and I have taken carrot, potatoes, green pea and beans, which are chopped into 1 inch, all the 3. This is frozen green pea. You can take any vegetables of your choice like mushroom or even paneer can be added. Today we are going to do matka dum biryani, so we'll need a huge earthen pot like this. I have taken about 2 tablespoons of ghee and just swirl it round like this so that the whole bottom of the matka gets beautifully coated with ghee. This helps to avoid getting charred or sticking at the bottom. I have left out any ingredients. I'll be mentioning them as I do the biryani. Hope you don't mind, because otherwise the video will get very lengthy. Now I'm just going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of jeera just to get the beautiful flavor. It's spluttered beautifully. Now I'm going to add my veggies. In goes all the veggies. The Veggies need to be sauteed for around 2-3 minutes. It will take a little time. So let's just wait for it to get done. Potatoes are slightly done. That is when you can add the masalas. All the masalas that we have put in a bowl. Everything goes in. Quick stir. Mix it with all the veggies. Oh my god, I am getting the biryani smell now itself because of the masala. Yep. And now in goes the dahi or the curds. All of this. Mix it well. Now in goes the masala that was made into a paste, coriander, green chilli, pudina, ginger and garlic. Let us mix this well. Wow, what a beautiful flavor. This is really very flavorful. Mix it really well. Remember that we have even added salt in the rice. So I have added salt only for the veggies here. This is going to be dum biryani. So we are going to infuse the tandoori flavor in this. Now this is boiling, as you can see. I'm just going to put off the flame. Coal here, burning coal. I'm just going to add about less than half teaspoon of ghee on it, melted ghee. Now it will start getting smoky and infuse beautiful flavor. We'll just close the lid and let it infuse the flavor in the veggies. Close this hole with a bit of paper because we don't want to lose the tandoori flavor. We just want every bit of flavor to be infused into the vegetables. So let it get smoky for about 15 to 20 minutes. After about 15-20 minutes, just lift the lid and see the flavor. You can still see it's smoky. I'm just going to remove that tumbler out. Wow, what a flavor. Awesome. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this gravy into another bowl because I'm going to layer it with rice and the curry. I forgot to mention to you that I have added about 1 tablespoon of the onion fried oil into this. Now let's give it a quick stir. Wow, it's heavenly. Remember that the bottom layer in a dum biryani should always be of the veggies. And now I'm going to add this rice boiled water in which we had cooked this with all the flavors infused. I'm going to add about, and the mixie wash water, about half cup. And if we need later, I'm going to add again. But for the time being, this will suffice. It's a little gravy like now, as you can see. I'm just going to give it a little boil. It's boiling now. I'm going to lower the flame and beautifully add a little bit of rice. Spread it on the gravy like this. We are going to make 2 layers. So just spread it like this. I've used half of the rice into this now. Beautifully layered all around. Now let's quickly add some fried onions. Here it is. You can see how crispy it is. See, it should be that crispy. Now this will infuse a beautiful flavor to the biryani. Now as you lay it, just simply crush it with your hands like this and then beautifully cover it all around. Then goes the layer of coriander leaves and pudina, as much as you like. Now in goes the coriander leaves. Now again the layer of veggies. The remaining liquid I have put into this from the mixie washed water and the rice cooked water. I'm just going to spread it out and repeat the process. My rice layer is done. Now in goes the fried onions and cashew. Spread them beautifully. All over. Finish it off with coriander and pudina leaves. Done with layering. Now in goes the kesar infused milk. It's about 2 to 3 teaspoons. So be careful when you add the rice cooked water. Don't add too much since you are going to add kesar infused milk also. Too much of liquid could get the rice mushy. And now for the heavenly addition of ghee. You will have to add about 2 teaspoons of ghee on top. Yes, you will need that much of ghee. I have closed the lid again and I am going to seal the edges so that the flavor is not lost, so that it doesn't escape out of this. Even a little bit of gap will let the steam go out and the biryani will lose its flavor. So I am just going to seal it all around. You can now see that I have closed it up completely from all the sides so that the flavor is not lost. Have a look. All through I have sealed it beautifully, and then this should remain closed, remember that, and let this be done for about 10 minutes on low. After about 15 minutes you need to keep a heavy tawa under the matke biryani vessel like this one. I have a cast iron tawa here. Heat it well and then place this on it for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. This for about 10 to 15 minutes. All the flavors will be just held in the seal itself. After 10 minutes we'll open it and I'll show. After about 15 minutes our biryani is done and ready. I'm going to put off the flame. You can see all these have hardened up beautifully. Now let's keep this for 10 minutes. I know you'll be tempted to open it, but just let it stay for just 7 to 10 minutes. I'm sure you can wait for that much. Meanwhile, my cucumber raita is done and ready. And ta-da! There it is. I'm sure you all must have enjoyed watching this video as much as I loved sharing the recipe with you. Now let me just check it out. Now you should make sure that there is no wetness at the bottom of the pan. It should be all dry. Now look at that, such a beautiful biryani. Our dum veg biryani is all ready and served with some cucumber raita, some fresh fruits, cauliflower burjo as how we GSBs call it. It is made with the fodi masala which was shown in the previous link. You can check it out. And there goes our biryani. All the rice grains separating out so beautifully. Just check it out. Have a closer look. Such a beautiful platter, right? I'm sure you all enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed sharing the recipe with you all. So please give this a try and hit the like button if you really enjoyed watching it and love the recipe. Go ahead and try it on any Sunday because I know this is quite laborious. But at the end of it all, I'm sure you will agree with me that it was truly a beautiful experience to be had with your family members. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.